Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Parked Travel Guide. Today this is a different one because it is actually a celebration. Cheers!
It is indeed. We are celebrating 1,000 subscribers who have come to our channel to support us on our journey. A normal, hard-working Leeds couple. You've all been behind us. We've reached 1,000 subscribers and we are so happy with this. So thank you very much for all the support, all the comments, all the likes, all the shares.
It honestly means the world. As we said in our post, we're never expecting 100 people to subscribe. So to get 1,000 of you following and watching and be genuinely interested in what we do, watching John buy colourful pants, do you know, it honestly means the world. So thank you so much.
And it makes us so happy that you guys are getting information that you need, especially on prices. That's what Parks Travel Guide is all about, giving you the information to help you when you go away.
So we promised that when we got to 1,000 subscribers, we would do a special edition vlog, which is what today is. So today we're going to be talking about our top 5 travel moments and places. But before we do, let's look back on where it all started.
Hi, I'm John.
I'm Becky.
And welcome to the first ever episode of Parks Travel Guide. We're here in Gdańsk in Poland and we've been travelling together for the last 6 years.
So we're just down by the riverside now. You come down here.
My balloon.
Move, go, fire!
The city which is the home to the world's largest beer festival.
Welcome to Munich.
Really bigger than me. 2 cities split by the River Danube.
Welcome to Budapest. Welcome to Krakow. This is a permanent memorial for the Polish Jews that died either here or at concentration camps. Welcome to Tenerife.
We're in the first bar, the Golden Beach, and it's €1 a pint. Less that.
What was that?
Coming. Is Tandoori Hut in Playa de las Americas as good as people say?
Yes.
It is, and we know our cousins. We are in Sri Lanka. We've stopped again. We're now loading wood because we're on a freight train.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is ours. Tomorrow we've just booked our very own private boat to go whale watching.
Captain Parks. Where the bill up?
Hang on. Oh. So what do we have here?
Chicken curry spicy.
So spicy chicken curry, which is great.
There's another one. Sri Lankan local rice. Not tourist things.
No, all. This my.
Bye, John. Bye.
And what a journey that has been. It seems such a long time ago since we did that first vlog back in November 2021 when we did the 5 cities in 13 nights tour, and it all began in Gdańsk when neither of us had any experience really behind a camera and we didn't know where this would go.
Absolutely. And we feel like we've improved a hell of a lot since then. So when we look back at our first vlog, we do find it a little bit cringy at times.
Yeah,
and we do think that we are learning all the time.
So back in June, we asked you on our community page to vote for 3 things what you'd like to see for the 1,000 subscribers special. You chose our top 5 places or moments when we were travelling.
So without further ado, let's get into it. So we'll kick off at number 5, which is when we went to Thailand. Now this was before we started vlogging, so we don't really have any footage of this, but it was one of the funniest moments that we've probably experienced, which involved getting our boat driver a little bit drunk.
So we hired a boat for the day with a driver to take us around some of the islands in Ao Nang in Krabi, and I took a few beers on with me. I thought, well, why not? And I gave the driver one at lunchtime, and just before we came back we said we'd had enough, and he'd had 2 beers. And as we were going back to the shop, 1 minute we were facing the sea and the next minute we were facing the cliffs. It was all over the place, and I was like, do you want me to drive, Captain Parks? You know I can do boats, you've seen it on the vlogs. Do you want me to drive? No. Checking his hand like that, and he's going, I thought, oh God. We were glad when we got back.
Okay guys, so at number 4. Okay, so Krakow is very special for us. We have been going for a number of years, even before we started filming for YouTube. So Krakow is one of those places that you have to keep going back to, because we always leave what we like to call unfinished business, which means we always leave a reason to go back. For the food, for the Polish vodka, for the people.
Yeah, Polish vodka. Suplica for the win. There's so much to see and do in Krakow. One special highlight for us was probably the salt mines. It was absolutely spectacular. Although do make sure that you don't eat the salt souvenir like I did.
Our tour guide didn't actually speak English, as it turned out, and he had a tin, like sweet tins. These little salt crystals looked like sherbet pips, so John thought that they were sweets and decided to eat them. I was obviously clever enough to realise we're in a salt mine, it is actually salt. So John decided it was a great idea to eat his and nearly broke his teeth. Okay, so moving on to number 3 now, and that is Bali. So Bali, for the food for us more than anything, is one of the most incredible places that we have ever visited. And if you haven't visited, then you definitely should.
There's a lot to see in Bali, but getting anywhere takes quite a long time because of the amount of traffic. So there was one trip that we had to do when we were in Bali, and that was go see the orangutans at Bali Zoo, because Borneo didn't quite work out for us with the flights. It was a lot of messing about, so we couldn't go see them. So the next best thing was Bali Zoo. Now Bali Zoo spent 50 million in working on the cages for the orangutans and their enclosure, so we knew that they'd be well looked after. And we'd have breakfast with them. It was something we were looking really forward to.
So with orangutans being John's favourite animal, you would think that John would have been more organised when it came to planning a trip to go see them. However, we'd booked our tickets before we went, and when we were having breakfast this particular morning when we're in Bali, I'd looked at the date on my phone and thought, that date actually rings a bell. Turns out we're actually meant to be at Bali Zoo that particular day. So not to worry, we rebooked for the next day, not obviously wanting to make the same mistake. Oh no, got better. We'd not set an alarm, and we actually only had 5 minutes to get ready the next day. Luckily our driver was still waiting outside for us, but we have both never got ready as quick in our lives.
You can also watch the Bali vlog. It's one of our throwbacks, so you can see that just above here. Now we'll put a link to it if you do want to watch it.
Moving on to number 2.
We've got Dubai, the rich man's playground. It's where generally we end our long haul trips, and we break it up with a couple of days in Dubai just to break the flight up and see what we can find there. Dubai really is an amazing city, but it is very expensive.
But in Dubai they have a monorail system. Now obviously Dubai is a very religious country, and neither I or John realised initially that carriages were split up into women's carriages only.
And a mixed.
So when we got on the monorail, we both boarded the women's only carriage, and then John obviously very quickly realised that he wasn't meant to be there. John jumped off the monorail onto the men's carriage, and I don't know why, but I also got off as well.
Yeah, join me in the carriage.
John in the carriage.
And Becky thought it was a men's only carriage. So Becky got off and ran to the other one. So I followed her, thinking, oh, she's in a men's carriage. Becky got on. The doors closed and I was left on the platform. So we're on the metro in Dubai. I say we, well, it was just me here because we went to get on the train. I got on one door, there was room for Becky. Becky chose to go to the other one. She got on, the doors closed as I got off. So I'm on my own. And I don't know whether I'm meeting her at the next one or I'll meet her there. So we're back together now. For the next stop.
So, moving on to number 1.
Save the best till last. We've got Sri Lanka. Now, Sri Lanka holds so many great memories for us, from the people to the food to the culture. The highs and lows of Sri Lanka that we had were absolutely amazing, and we cannot wait to go back to this magnificent country, even though they are having some issues at the moment.
We had such an amazing time, we really did. And to say it was a place that wasn't particularly that high up the list of our places to visit, we are so glad that we made the decision to go. And again, if you haven't been, guys, you really need to visit Sri Lanka. And make sure you do what we did. Don't just stay in one place, explore.
Explore it. There's a massive country there. We have only just scratched the surface on the normal tourist trail, and we even had to miss some things out because we didn't have time to see everything.
The hospitality that we received in Sri Lanka is like no other in anywhere that we've ever been together in the world.
Meeting the local people like Ashok and his family, playing with his son and teaching him a little English, that really warmed our heart. Even if it's just to revisit the places we've been and see everyone, we will be back to Sri Lanka. So moving on, we did ask if anybody had any questions, and Hillary, who comments week after week on all our vlogs and gives us so much support, did ask, what were the top 3 things that we have to take with us when we travel? Which I think is a really good question.
It is a good question. Firstly, an extension lead. Now, this has saved us so many times when we go somewhere and there's not enough plug sockets. I'm sure you've been there, you get to a hotel, you check in, and you've only got 1 or 2 plug sockets, but you have a lot of things to charge. Especially with us with the camera equipment, this really saves our life.
It does. We learned our lesson after we took a short stay in Kalymnos in Greece, which if you haven't been, it's an island just off of Kos, and it's absolutely amazing. We cannot say enough good things about this island. True Greek life. And they only had 1 plug socket and we really struggled. So we said we wouldn't be in the same situation again. And we bought this from Amazon. It's got a European adapter on it as well. So it's ideal. So that is our number 1.
So secondly, we could never ever be without our Revolut card. So Revolut we've been using for
2016?
Yeah, a long
when they first
time.
started, I think.
Yeah, and I really can't promote them enough.
Yeah, Revolut are a great company. The way it works is they have an app and you can actually transfer money, exchange it, fee-free.
Into most currencies.
Yeah, into most currencies around the world. There are some that you can't do yet. So I'm hoping Revolut change that and make more currencies wider available. Definitely get yourselves one of these. We will drop a link in the comments below. If you want to sign up, use our referral code. Kind of helps us and it helps you as well.
And then last of all, I'm sure you all hate getting bit by mosquitoes. So this mosquito spray, which we bought in Thailand, I don't know if you can just see that and just zoom out a little bit. So the brand is Sofel, maybe, if you pronounce it posh. But yeah, this mosquito spray has saved us so many times, and every time we use this, we rarely ever get bitten. No. Unless it's a very hungry mosquito.
Oh,
but, yeah.
You've got to be starving to get through that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this, lifesaver.
So Hillary, we hope that helps you out and we've answered your question. Thank you so much for asking and thank you so much for your support as well. So with all the work that we put into vlogs, and believe me, we do spend literally days and hours of our time filming and then editing. And people have said, how can we say thank you? Well, now we've reached 1,000 subscribers. If you look at the bottom of a vlog, there'll be a thing that says thanks. And you can actually leave a tip if you want. But even if you don't want to, and that's fine with us, we're not bothered. But if you want to support us, then that's the way you can do it for now. We are also looking into channel memberships where monthly you can pay, you can support us. It'll also fund things like our travel, new equipment.
Even maybe buying us a coffee or a beer along the way.
It's not live yet. The super thanks is, which you'll see on the vlogs, but the channel memberships hopefully will be coming soon. I think it's only right that we give a few shout outs to the people that come back week after week and make us who we are.
Absolutely. So Keza, Dean and Connor, Gianni,
Hillary, Joanne, Hans, everyone.
so you guys, more than anyone, comment week after week, and it really, really motivates us to keep going. Obviously, we do have the support of all our subscribers as well, and without you guys subscribing, we wouldn't be where we are right now. So thank you to everybody so, so much.
We love hearing from you. We love replying to you. That's something that you don't get with the big players on YouTube. We do try and reply to everybody all of the time. So that brings us to the end of the 1,000 subscriber special. We're not expecting this to do very well. We just thought it's for you that we'd do it, and just to say how grateful we are for your continued support week in, week out. With every vlog we do, even when we're not posting, we hear from you, and it's great. So if you want to hear more from us, if you want to check out our community channel, we're also on Instagram, we're also on Facebook, and we do TikTok pretty badly as well. So make sure you do check out our socials, because you will find out behind the scenes what's happening. Even if we're not filming, we do post updates of what's coming up. So make sure you join us on there.
Speaking of what's coming up, make sure you stay tuned to all of our social media, because in the next few weeks we are going to be sharing some super exciting news with you.
We did say we had a very big announcement to make when we made 1,000 subscribers, and although we haven't announced it yet, it doesn't mean we're not going to. It is coming. On that note, we're going to leave it there, and thank you so much for watching.
Thanks guys, see you soon.